Hello, buddy. Welcome back to the very first episode of your JFR, baby. As today, we're going to be talking about the very first two series that the Toronto Blue Jays played. As the very first series went up against the Texas Rangers and then up against the New York Yankees, which I gotta say was a very, very entertaining series. And now today they start up a brand new one against the Oakland Athletics, a 3-game series against them. Their game starts at 4 p.m., which I'm pretty damn excited to watch. But before we get into all that, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. Now, first of all, I'd like to just say, yes, I know Steve Dangle did come up with the JFR name right off the get-go. He doesn't really make them anymore. That's why I'm going to be taking the name and using them myself. I know you guys might be, oh, you're just copying them. But yeah, I mean, everyone copies everyone on this platform. So thank you very much, Steve Dangle. He's inspired me a ton. That's why I kind of make these types of videos, why I make them on the OGRs. And also, I usually would put the G in these videos, but doing the JGR doesn't really make very much sense. That's why I'm doing the JFR. So let's get into this. And now the name is Jay's Fan Reaction. So let's get into this very first episode, as we got a lot of games to talk about. We got overall 7 games to talk about, so we got a little bit to talk about. Now I'm gonna try to do every series, but unfortunately I wasn't able to do every series just because, you know, hockey and everything like that. So once hockey ends, I'll probably be able to do a lot more Blue Jays content, but since hockey's still going on, we might be doing every 2 series or after every 1 series, but we're gonna be reacting to both of them. So let's get into game 1 of series 1 against the Texas Rangers. We all know the Texas Rangers and the Toronto Blue Jays have a storied history. Of course, we were going up against our former teammate also in Marcus Semien, who had a magnificent season for the Toronto Blue Jays. So our first guy was Jose Barrios, who was starting in this game, and well, he did not have a very good start. He only got 1 out in this game, gave up 4 earned runs, and it was not a beautiful start for the Toronto Blue Jays. We were down 6-0 at the top of the second. Mitch Garver, you know, homered 1. Brad Miller homered 1. It was not a very beautiful start for Jose Barrios, giving up a home run. Sasuda came out there. He gave up a home run. Was not a magnificent start for the Toronto Blue Jays, to say the least, especially since we used up a lot of our bullpen. You know, we used up Thornton, Shipley, Merriweather, Simberg, Garcia, all in the first game against the Texas Rangers. So it definitely wasn't the start the Toronto Blue Jays imagined, but then we started coming back, and I wasn't able to watch this game, but I was paying attention to it at work. And then Hernandez, and then Bichette, and then Guerrero Jr., and then Espinal doubles, and then the Texas Rangers tie back up the game, and then we what was it? Yeah, the tag play called on the field was overturned. Guerrero Jr. actually doubles. Originally he was out, but then it got overturned, and then Jensen homers 1 to make it 10-8, and the Toronto Blue Jays took this one 10-8 over the Texas Rangers. And wow, what a start to the year, right? Like we're down 6-0, and then we just start rallying back in the 4th inning and just really take the game. Yet Hernandez get a big home run. Danny Jensen, I mean Espinal, he was a pitch hitter, went out there and got a massive hit. And honestly, over these, you know, past 7 games, Espinal has been a guy that has kind of exploded and almost taken the spot away from Kevin Biggio, and he was just all over the place. Guerrero Jr., who we're going to be talking about him a lot. Oh my God, Guerrero Jr. is so beautiful, man. He had 2 hits on the night, 2 ribbies. Same with Hernandez. He smacked a big old home run. Guerrero Jr. was looking amazing as well. I mean, our bats were just a swinging in game 1 against the Texas Rangers, and we pull away with a big 1-0 victory. Also, Romano, I think he broke a record. I think it was either this game or the next game, or the game after that. He got 26 consecutive saves, and Romano just continues to be the big closer for the Toronto Blue Jays as we move into game 2 against the Texas Rangers, as we pulled away with another 4-3 victory. Now, we're going to be talking about a lot of rough starts for the Toronto Blue Jays pitchers, and I think that was mostly because the spring training was really small, so these pitchers are not really fully prepared and ready to go. Now, it was once again, we got off to a really good start this game, actually. We went up 2-0, especially in the bottom of the first. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. singles on a line drive, which George Springer scored, and Bo Bichette got to third, which we went up 1-0. Simeon then got one in the bottom of the third to kind of make it 2-1. Which we also scored one as well. I'm just kind of going over the quick recap now. I don't think I was able to watch this game, but I was able to watch the game against Ryu. I think I was able to watch a little bit of this game, and that's how majority of these games are going to be, especially since I work really early, and a lot of the Blue Jays games are really early. But this was a big one where Espinal got a big double to give us that lead to make us win 4-3. And once again, Espinal gets another ribby where he smashed a big hit, got a big double, and, got us a run, which was absolutely massive. Kevin Gausman had a pretty good game. He did give up 8 hits, but he only allowed 3 earned runs, and our bullpen was amazing. Richards had a really good outing. Garcia had a really good outing. Same with Meza, and Jordan Romano once again got the save for the Toronto Blue Jays. Already a second save of the year for the Blue Jays to walk away with a 4-3 victory. Once again, Guerrero Jr. looking just absolutely magnificent. Had 2 hits on the night with a ribby. Same with Bichette as well. And then Espinal getting that the ribby to give us that big win. What you would call in hockey, a big game-winning goal for Espinal, basically. So, big job there by Espinal. And then the next game was a bit of a disaster for the Toronto Blue Jays, as we lost 12-6 against the Texas Rangers. Ryu had a really rough outing. There was some moments where Ryu looked really good, and then there was other moments where he was just looking incompetent and just not looking very good. He gave up 6 earned runs, gave up 5 hits, a home run as well. Then our bullpen just had a really rough night. Merriweather didn't have a good outing. Same with Stripling, Phillips, Sasuda. Just really did not have a good outing for the Blue Jays. We weren't able to muster. I mean, we had a lot of hits. We just weren't able to muster up a lot of runs compared to what, the Rangers were able to do. Their catcher Hem had a big home run. Nick Solak had a home run. Miller, I think even Simeon had a few hits against us. I mean, the whole team, actually, yeah, Simeon actually didn't even hit at all throughout this game. He had a really rough series against us, but the whole team for the Rangers was just smashing dingers, and they were all over the place, all over us throughout the entire night. They had 3 home runs on the night, and really rough outing, but we were able to take the series win 2-1 over the Rangers, and that gave us some big momentum heading into the Yankees series, a 4-game series against the Yankees, where game 1, we walked away with a 3-0 victory, where Alek Manoah was absolutely insane. We got to give a fucking round of applause here for Alek Manoah and how gorgeous and how this guy looks like an absolute Chad. He just looks like a beast of a man. I mean, this guy, like, he is so tall. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, this guy is just a bulk of a man. And he went out there, 7 strikeouts, gave up 1 hit, only walked 4 batters. He was just amazing. And then Richard, Simber, and Romano getting his 3rd save of the year. And it was an absolute magnificent night as we shut out the Yankees 3-0. Springer had a huge hit to give us a run. Actually, Springer was amazing throughout the entire night. He went for 3 for 5 with a big home run. And Espinal went 3 for 3 on the night. I mean, this Espinal guy has been insane to start off the year. And he went 3 for 3. And he's also been looking very well defensively as well. I think there was a big double play in this game as well, which was absolutely magnificent between Bichette and Espinal, which was an absolute beautiful double play. So, moving into the second game of the series, where the Yankees, they came back and shut us out 4-0, as Cortez was absolutely amazing for the Yankees. I do give it to Kenichi. He was pretty good, but did have a rough outing. There was some, kind of like Ryu, where there was some glitches where he looked magnificent, and then there was other moments where he just got absolutely nailed. Gave up a huge home run where Hicks just hit a home run, which in the Yankee Stadium wouldn't have been a home run in any other stadium but for Yankee Stadium. So it's unfortunate. The rest of our bullpen did really, really well, but we just weren't able to score any runs. Cortez and the rest of the bullpen there for the Yankees was just shut us down. They didn't really give us at all any chances. Hedman had a bit of an error as well. He threw it towards Guerrero, but threw it way over his head. But honestly, not a bad game for the Blue Jays. We just weren't able to get any hits. Like, we only mustered up 5 hits throughout the entire night. It was really a pitching showcase from Cortez, who just absolutely shut us down. But then we came back with a big 6-4 victory where I gotta stand up for this. Guerrero fucking Jr. hit 3, not just 1, not just 2, but 3 fucking home runs throughout that game, man. And I mean, I was sitting on my couch and that shit got me off my chair, bro. Like, that was insane from Guerrero Jr. 3 home runs, man, and a double. I mean, this guy was insane, man. I mean, he took this team and just carried us. I mean, we were going up against one of the better pitchers, one of the most paid pitchers in MLB history, and Garrett Cole, and we made him like he was nothing, man. Fucking hell, like, it was an amazing game. Jose Barrios also didn't have a bad game. He did give up 2 home runs, 3 earned runs. He didn't have an amazing night, but definitely a lot better than the first night. And then our bullpen just took over. Like, our bullpen has been doing amazing. Sandberg, Garcia, Richards, Romano all had good nights, shutting down the big hitters of Judge and Giancarlo Stanton as well. Donaldson. We shut down all those big guys and walked away with a massive 6-4 win. But this was a big Guerrero Jr. night. He even got cut in the finger, man. He got cut in the fucking finger, dude. Like a big old gash. He got stepped on and was still able to hit dingers. That is absolutely insane, bro. Like, this team is so fun to watch. If you're not a big baseball guy, you're just kind of like on the cusp of being a baseball guy, this team will absolutely get you to love it. Like, this team is really bringing me back into baseball. I was at one moment of time, like, I kind of just fell out of love with it, but this team is just carrying me back into baseball, and this team is absolutely crazy. And then we did get shut out against the Yankees, where it was a pitcher duel between Severino and Gausman. Severino was amazing for the Yankees. He shut down everyone. Guerrero Jr., he striked out 4 times. Guerrero Jr. Also, Hernandez fell out of the lineup. He has like a little oblique injury, so he'll be missing about the next 10 games. But Kevin Gausman also had an amazing night. 9 strikeouts for him. He gave up 6 hits, 2 earned runs. Severino did have the better night, though, but Gausman was still amazing. Do give it to him. And then the bullpen really did carry us really good throughout the entire night. We just weren't able to get a hit, and we weren't able to get a run. But what a great, few games. We did go 4-3, but honestly, we deserved to be a way better team than what we were. Like, we played some really good games. It was just some games like this game, we just weren't able to hit, and we weren't able to get the runs that we wanted. So now we go up against the Oakland Athletics this, Easter weekend. So we'll have to see how well we do against those teams. But for now, guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. Tell me, guys, how you guys thought of the JFR, the very first episode. Tell me, guys, if you have any more opinions talking about the Blue Jays. I know I kind of went over all the games pretty quickly, but that's how it's going to be. It's just going to be a summarization until I get a little bit better at talking about baseball and a little bit better at studying the game as well. But that's going to be part of this journey. We're going to be all learning together, and I think that's the really cool thing about this this thing that we're going to be doing, is that we're really going to be learning on how to talk baseball, basically. So I'm really excited about that. But for now, guys, I'm going to end the video here, and I hope to see some more Guerrero Jr. dingers, baby. For now, guys, I'm going to peace out here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.